I'm standing outside the Bishop Wright Room along the history wall that was dedicated last October. It was a senior project by one of our youth. The history wall tells the story of St. James from its founding in 1729 to the present. It tells the story of buildings, and it tells the story of the Ecce Homo, the painting that was captured off the pirate ship. It tells the story of the rectors. It tells the story of the building of St. James, the present sanctuary, in 1839. It tells the story of what happened to St. James during the Civil War with Bishop Atkinson and the rector of the parish, Alfred Watson. It tells the story of what happened at the turn of the 20th century and how St. James reached out, was the first church in America to establish the every member canvass. It tells the story of the buying of the McRae House as our parish office. It tells the story of the building of Perry Hall and Milton Hall. It tells the story of a lot of buildings and grounds and events and rectors. But there's a story that's not being told, but is part of every panel of the history wall. That's the story of the faithful men and women who, through their efforts and energy, their faith and their vision, their sacrifices and their service, made it possible for St. James to be the church we are today. Beneath each and every picture, beneath each and every word, we find the story of faithful people who have given their all to make St. James the parish we know and the parish we love. As I look along the history wall, there are many pictures, bishops, rectors, buildings, but the ones that touch me the deepest are the pictures of the groups of people. Here we see St. James and Good Shepherd Church in 1907. We see Dr. Milton and a group of children in 1912. Those are the pictures that I enjoy the most because they remind me of the totality of our ministry and our mission together. My hope and my prayer for all of us as we move forward as a community of faith, as we write the panel that will go right here, the next chapter in our common story, is that we will all be part of the panel. We'll be all part of the story, doing our individual ministries and focusing on the mission that we know and we love. It's by our faithfulness and by our service that we will continue to write the history, which will be engraved in our hearts and etched in our souls and be manifested through our hands and our hearts and our voices. If we are willing and able to do that, if we are willing and able to be part of the ministry and mission of the church for the future, then St. James' future will be bright and joyful and hopeful.